Good afternoon. It's your host Stray, aka Better You, and I hope this is a quickie. I felt like the last few times I've said that it ended up getting a little long-winded. I wanted to kind of speak on this simp thing and just kind of what is a simp. I was on a stream yesterday morning with the Courtney Michelle, and it was something that came up, and I feel like it's one of those things where, how to put it, I feel like it's almost a useless word, just being frank, just simply because with the word, so many people have their own definition and interpretation of it, and some of them I feel like most people would be like, yeah, that's definitely wrong. But I should say this, like I really abhor that word because of how you really aren't saying much when using that word. But I'll go out on a limb and at least define what I interpret it to be, as informed by Urban Dictionary and life experiences and context clues and all the other goodness. But just kind of to be succinct, man, like a simp is somebody who places another person and their wants, their needs, their desires above their own in a pernicious, and the word is escaping me, but a slimy type of way. It is a pander bear. It is somebody who lacks integrity in their attraction. And what I mean by that is somebody who will compromise their morals and convictions for the dream of being with the object of their desires. So that, to me, when I hear that word, is what comes to mind, and not some of these other things which I think kind of get a little crazy, because it's some who just simply equate, oh, you're sticking up for a black woman, you're simping. Nah, sticking up for black women ain't simping. Shit, loving your woman ain't simping. Listening to what she got to say ain't simping. You know, putting her in position to grow ain't simping. So those are things that people do in a reciprocal relationship. And there's a lot of people who assholes out there. Like, trust me, I get it. I done seen and been with some assholes. But that being said, like, understand that, you know, I'll speak for myself personally. I ain't even gonna say out there. I think this would probably be the case, for most men, at least most men that are in a certain place in life. But I want a woman who does have a different perspective in certain things, who can see some things that I can't see. I want a woman who will offer her opinion and will not just simply be a yes man to me, because I feel, and I have experienced, that when you deny or when you shut out that other person's viewpoint and perspective, a lot of times you can make some real crazy mistakes that a simple conversation would have made you aware of a few things on. And that's the big thing of it. And sometimes it's even being able to leverage those skills. A lot of times, if your woman is an accomplished woman in her own right, y'all may be in the same field, y'all may not be. And if y'all are in the same field, that's when y'all actually have the ability to leverage each other's skills and, you know, have a degree of reciprocity there. Like, I'm a life coach. I work in HCM. I understand how certain things work in terms of getting folks paid, benefit structures, packages, and things like that, file integrations, all kinds of shit that probably right now that sounds like gobbledygook. My girl's in medicine. She understands health. She understands nutrition. So it's one of those things in which, can she say anything to me like a directive and cause me to sway in the wind? Nah, but I do trust her expertise, and I am gonna factor that in when, especially if it's something about health decisions for her and I or our children. Yeah, because guess what? I'm not a doctor. She is. I'm not a doctor, and she is. The same way that when it comes down to certain questions and decisions with money and ambitions like that, like, she reaches out. Because I kind of understand some of these things. I work with it. I do a little bit of it in my personal life, so on and so forth. So that is what it means to have a complementary relationship. And I feel that the way simp gets used in certain contexts, it would cause a brother to think that such a dynamic like that is one that shouldn't be aspired to, or is one that is unbecoming in some way. When, nah, it's not that at all. You're leveraging your partner's strength, or you're putting them in positions to leverage their strengths, rather. So, you know, that's my take on it. Like, the way I view the role of a man in a relationship is a lot like a point guard of a team. Like, there's a lot of responsibility on the shoulders of men. And that being said, don't get me twisted. There are a lot of things where guys get a raw deal, and there are some things that I don't think will ever truly change in certain ways. But one thing I vehemently subscribe to. Shit. Damn. My bad. I guess it's too cold out here for my phone mount. But let me stick this thing up here. My bad. But that's one thing I ascribe to. That's one thing that I was frankly taught by my father and grandfathers. So when it comes down to it, like, your position is to make sure everybody in your family, your job is to make sure everybody in your family is put in the best position for them to be able to grow and succeed, as well as yourself. So that's what I mean by be the point guard of your family. Like, the point guard's job is to make sure that everybody on the floor is set up. I think that's the perfect way, at least for that, my vision of manhood. But simping, nah. Loving your girl don't make you a simp. Being romantic don't make you a simp. Caring about that woman don't make you a simp. Listening to what that woman has to say doesn't make you a simp. Learning how you can leverage her skills for your household don't make you a simp. What makes you a simp is when she mentions that she wants something, that she wants something, and you go crazy trying to get it. You change your every stance to be complimentary to hers when you lack integrity in your dealings with her. When you sacrifice all of that just to try to get a chance to be with her, that's when you simping. That's when excuse me. To me, that's when you done went out of line and got out of alignment as a man. to where now you've compromised yourself, your morals, your integrity, all for a chance to try to be with this person. And that, to me, nah, I ain't with that. Yeah, love your girl, be romantic with your girl, and at the end of the day, like, man, realize there's some good folks talking, and you know, they're giving out advice, or they're seeing things in a particular way without certain context, or there's some people that's just plain full of shit. Like, for real, you got to be very, very careful who you let in your ear, or who you let in your family's ear. Shout out to little fuck ass Tony Gaskins. But yeah. So I probably shouldn't say that. Nah, I feel that though. I'm gonna stand on that. Yeah. I'm gonna stand on that. That ain't getting edited out. I ain't editing shit on this video. My rudimentary editing skills, cut the splice. That's it. But yeah. But nah. I think you have to be careful, because there's some people that will put things out there that have you thinking that, yo, loving and caring for that special woman in your life is wrong in some way. And I ain't with that. And there's some people that will have you thinking that if you ain't basically panda bearing it up, i.e. a Derek Jackson or a Tony, then you know you ain't doing it right. So that's what I got to say on it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit them comments down below. Let me know. Y'all think y'all agree? Y'all disagree? Is Dre D simping? Is Dre D simping? But peace. Hope y'all have a great one. Happy holidays. Thank y'all. Take care.